This month on ABN AMRO World Hockey, all the action from India's Premier Hockey League. 3 years after a near-fatal car accident, Yuvraj Singh looks to get his career back on track. We profile one of world hockey's finest young talents, Moritz Förster. And next, a road trip down to a little town that's the nursery of Indian women's hockey. And finally, a walk with two midfield generals. From Chennai, the Premier Hockey League travelled all the way to the northern city of Chandigarh in India. Despite the cold weather conditions, the city extended a warm welcome to some of the biggest names in world hockey. And the third edition of the league had all the fanfare and excitement to attract the fans.
We had nothing when we started, so a format had to be developed, a website had to be developed, we had to create the teams, had to think about the rules and regulations of the game. We built a league from scratch. And if you look at that and you see where we are now after 3 years, then I think that is quite a remarkable achievement.
But the Spanish coach is the first one to admit there's room for improvement. And one area to look at is improving the standard of play.
First of all, the level of play. That is our main concern. We want this to become one of the top leagues in the world, competition-wise. So that means that we have to look at the players that we bring in, we have to look at the time that we give them to prepare, we have to look at the coaching, we have to look at the rules of the game. And that is for us a continuous process. There is never a moment that we sit back and think, okay, now we're okay.
The FIH's Bob Davidson was also in the city for the final leg. He noted down his take on the league and his valuable inputs were put across to the organisers.
Although it's extended now to 2 months, there is still 10 months no PHL. And I have made a suggestion that there are quite a number of established tournaments, strong tournaments in India, and maybe they should reconsider to use these tournaments first in their own to have testing quality for their players, but also to use them as a kind of a ranking tournament to qualify for the PHL, what would be the highlight of the season. But then you have a year-round coverage and attention for hockey.
The event has brought many positives. Apart from pumping in money and television exposure, it's also showcased talented youngsters. Bruno Hadrian has impressed one and all. He's a prime example.
अभी तो मैं 19 इयर्स हूँ और इंडिया एकेडमी हूँ। अभी तो स्टार्टिंग है। पिछले साल हम लोग BHL खेले, BTR में खेले थे। BTR में चैंपियन होकर अभी सीनियर लेवल में हैं। तो अभी मैं समझता हूँ कि अभी इम्प्रूव हुआ है मेरा गेम भी, और इंडिया एकेडमी आके भी बहुत इम्प्रूव ज़्यादा हुआ है, क्योंकि अभी यही लेवल है कि इंडिया में कि इंडिया खेलने का मौका यही ज़्यादा दिखते हैं। सारे सब कोई सिलेक्टर होते हैं, काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है। यही लेवल में एक्चुअली में खेलना है कि हॉकी के लिए यही लेवल है कि बड़े सबसे इंडिया में है।
Thanks to Bruno and a bunch of talented youngsters, first-time entrants Orissa Steelers ensured a place in the best-of-3 final. The Indian captain Dilip Turkey led from the front as the Steelers topped the league standings with 28 points. With players like Santi Fresher in their rank, Sher Jalunda marched into the final with 23 points. The Bangalore Lions and the Maratha Warriors took 3rd and 4th place respectively, followed by the Chandigarh Dynamos. The 3-match final was forced to the decider after Orissa won the second game to tie it 1-1. In the high-scoring decider, Dilip Turkey gave Orissa the lead in the 4th minute with a rasping drive. Jalunda fought back, an equaliser after 16 minutes, an opportunistic strike by Gaganajit Singh. And the star striker struck once again, as Jalandhar took the lead in the 25th minute. This time a brilliant reverse flick to beat the Pakistani goalkeeper Salman Akbar. Orissa level terms, another penalty corner. Damandeep Singh deflecting in Turkey's hit. With the score at 3-all, Orissa scored the match winner. It came in the 55th minute from their 6th and last penalty corner. It was a remarkable achievement for the debutants. Turkey walked away with both the Man of the Match and the Man of the Tournament awards. Orissa Steelers were crowned champions.
Here's Jagraj making some room. Oh, wonderful goal. Wonderful, wonderful finish.
At the age of just 20, Yuvraj Singh had the world at his feet. The man who played a central role in India winning the Junior World Cup in 2001 had quickly gone on to become a pivotal figure in a resurgent Indian senior team, a team which was threatening to re-emerge as an international force on the strength of its powerful forward line and, more surprisingly, through the penalty corner punch provided by young Yuvraj. But then disaster struck on the dark Punjab highway. The new star of Indian hockey crashed his car into a lamppost. He suffered multiple injuries to his pelvis, elbow and leg. The right side of his body had been completely shattered.
जब हम चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी से वापस आए तो सडनली मेरा एक्सीडेंट हो गया, तो उसकी वजह से मैं समझता हूँ कि मुझे भी काफ़ी नुकसान हुआ है और हमारी कंट्री को भी काफ़ी नुकसान हुआ है, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जो हमारा एक सेट था वो बहुत अच्छा चल रहा था और काफ़ी अच्छे कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ हम लोग जो काम कर रहे थे.
That was in September 2003. A lot of water has passed under the bridge since then. Indian hockey's been on a downward spiral, and for Yuvraj, it's meant his career has been on hold.
पर्सनली मैंने बहुत कुछ खोया है, पर उसके साथ साथ मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा भी है इससे. और जो खोने की जहाँ तक बात है, क्योंकि रिसेंटली उसके बाद जब मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ उसके बाद कुछ ही समय बाद जो ओलंपिक्स थी, तो मतलब ओलंपिक्स में नहीं खेल पाया उसकी वजह से. काफ़ी मेन टूर्नामेंट्स मैंने मिस करे हैं. तो मेरे लिए जो सबसे बड़ी बात यही थी कि मतलब मुझे हमेशा यही इंस्पायर किया गया था कि तुमने वापस खेलना है, वापस आना है, क्योंकि सबने मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्ट करी है. स्पेशली हमारे जितने भी ऑडियंस है, जितने भी हमारे फैंस हैं इंडियन हिंदुस्तान में, चाहे वो हिंदुस्तान में रह रहे हैं चाहे हिंदुस्तान से बाहर हैं, उन्होंने इतनी ब्लेसिंग्स मेरे लिए करी हैं कि मतलब अगर आज मैं खड़ा हूँ तो सिर्फ उनकी ब्लेसिंग की वजह से खड़ा हूँ.
With the entire right side of his body held together by rods and pins, Yuvraj has fought the odds. He's already made the Indian team. He played in a four-nation tournament in Germany last year and was on the short list of probables for the 2006 World Cup. The road to recovery has been tough. There's a feeling he's lost a lot of the mobility he had prior to his accident. But Yuvraj is confident that getting back into top form is only a matter of time.
कुछ समय पहले जब मैं ग्राउंड में आया था तो मुझे काफ़ी जो मेरे मोमेंट्स थे वो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड थी. मुझे काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम आती थी टर्न करने में कई बार. तो धीरे धीरे जैसे जैसे मतलब बॉडी ले में आ रही है, वैसे वैसे जितनी भी मेरी रोटेशन की जो प्रॉब्लम्स थी वो सब सॉल्व हो रही हैं और काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट है पहले.
In the Premier Hockey League, Yuvraj has shown he's still as deadly as ever from the top of the circle, and he feels he's achieving his ultimate goal. A permanent place in the national side is on track.
सबसे पहला एम तो ये था कि मैं वापस फिट होकर अपने दोस्तों के साथ, अपने को प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलूं. तो वो एम मैंने अचीव करा है. उसके लिए मुझे बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ी और जो आगे का एम है मेरा यही है कि मैं अपनी जगह इंडियन टीम में पक्की करूं और जो हमारी इंडियन टीम का जो लेवल है वो फिर से वहीं पे यही देखना चाहता हूं. भले उसके लिए मैं टीम में हूं या ना हूं, लेकिन जिस तरह से भी मैं हेल्प कर सकता हूं मैं अपना जो उसमें 100% दूंगा कि मैं टीम को फिर से वहीं पे देखना चाहता हूं. और यही मेरा एम है कि मैं वापस टीम में आऊं और अच्छा हार्डवर्क करूं, अच्छी प्रैक्टिस करूं और ज़्यादा गोल स्कोर करूं इंडिया के लिए.
Now maybe destiny has a new twist in store for Yuvraj Singh. India's #1 drag flicker Sandeep Singh is out injured. It may well be Yuvraj's time. He's won 2 World Cups already, and it's just his first year in international hockey. For 21-year-old Maritz Förster, the last year has been a dream which just refuses to end. Having won the Outdoor World Cup in Mönchengladbach last September, the Hamburg-based youngster added another gold medal in the Indoor World Cup at Vienna to his already impressive trophy cabinet.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I didn't realize it yet. I mean, this is my second World Cup title in between 5 months or something.
An attacking midfielder, Förster performs a vital role for a German team that's always been difficult to score against, but has sometimes been found wanting when quick goals are required.
He's a different kind of player. He's a very good midfielder and also with a lot of quality in the attack, which is very good from my point of view, because usually sometimes we in Germany we have not that type of midfield player. We have the passing guy, for example, the good defender, and Mo Förster is a guy who also adds to that a lot of skill, and he's able to create attacking style of hockey. So that makes him special.
In his young international career, Förster's already made a name for himself by scoring at crucial stages in the most important games, including an unforgettable strike that galvanised the Germans when they were 3-1 down to Australia in the Mönchengladbach World Cup final. That goal sparked a massive revival as Germany emotionally retained their title, and Förster was hailed as Germany's go-to man in a crisis. It's a tag he enjoys. He's keen to show he's different from the stereotypical defensive-minded players that have characterised German teams of the past.
My big aim right now is winning the gold medal at the Olympics in Beijing. I mean, that was from the beginning of my hockey life, that was the biggest dream to take part there. But I mean, if you're coming from a big hockey nation, then you have to have the goal to at least win the medal there in Beijing. And yeah, but first of all, I want to play good games in the next 1.5 years so that I can qualify for the German nomination and for the German squad over there. And if I can do that, I'm pretty satisfied. But yeah, actually, I want to win a medal.
If Germany manages to strike gold in the Olympics, Förster would have won the 2 most coveted titles the game has to offer, and his career would have just been 2 years old. Time for a short break, but when we come back, we travel to the cradle of Indian women's hockey. And we catch up with the midfield maestro, Brent Livermore. World champions Germany occupy the #1 position in the World Hockey Team rankings. Runners-up Australia now trail the Germans by 20 points. Bronze medalist Spain complete the top 3. After finishing 7th in the World Cup, the Netherlands began 2007 as the 4th best team in the world. Pakistan hold on to 5th place ahead of Korea, who surprised everyone by reaching the semi-finals in Mönchengladbach. Argentina have climbed to 7th. India slide down the rankings. They're now in 8th position. Fast improving England hold on to 9th spot, ahead of New Zealand, who round out the top 10. BDO Champions Trophy winners consolidating their position at the top of the Women's World Hockey Team rankings. Runners-up at home, Argentina moved 1 place up to 2nd. Displaced Australia slipped to 3rd spot, while Germany retain 4th place after winning bronze in Buenos Aires. China weren't at the Champions Trophy but did manage to hold on to 5th. Japan at 6th after an impressive debut in the Champions Trophy, and Spain, who are 6th in that, occupied another 7th spot. New Zealand take 8th, and only 10 points behind them, United States at 9th. It's Korea who round up the top 10. Shabad, a sleepy town in Haryana in North India, was known for its rich crop of sugarcane and potato, but it's now emerged as the centre of Indian women's hockey. In just 15 years, it's produced 26 international players, all from just one school, the Sri Guru Nag Pritam Senior Secondary High School.
ये एक ही स्कूल के बच्चे हैं, ये मैं बताना जा रहा हूँ, और ये जो आने वाला साल है जो अभी चल रहा है 2007, तो इसमें मुझे लगता है कि 4-5 और लड़कियाँ इंटरनेशनल बन जाएंगी, क्योंकि अभी ये फ्रेश लड़कियाँ जो है उसमें 9 लड़कियाँ हमारी जो जूनियर लेवल की बुलाई हैं, नई लड़की हैं, तो उसमें 4-5 तो आ ही जाएंगी। तो नियर अबाउट हमारी पहले भी 26 के करीब हमारी लड़कियाँ जो इंटरनेशनल हो चुकी हैं।
Traditionally, girls in this state have been confined mainly to the kitchen, and it was no different for most of these young women. But the emergence of players like Joydeep Kaur has given the profile of hockey a huge boost in the area.
छोटे होते मेरे भैया खेलते थे पहले हॉकी, तो उनको देखती थी मैं। फिर साथ में ही ग्राउंड था हमारे घर के पास में, तो सर ने मुझे हॉकी के लिए खेलने के लिए बुलाया और मैंने 8 साल की उम्र में शुरू की हॉकी खेलनी। और उसके बाद सर ने बहुत ज़्यादा सिखाया मेरे को कि मैं बहुत गुस्सा करती थी, भाग जाती थी छोटी छोटी बातों पे, और सर ने मेरे पेरेंट्स ने भी बहुत हेल्प की। और पहले वो ग्रासी ग्राउंड था हमारा और एस्ट्रोटर्फ नहीं था, वो ग्राउंड बहुत अच्छा था, हम लोग ने वहीं पे प्रैक्टिस की और आज इस इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे खेल रही हूँ मैं, सर के ही कारण खेल रही हूँ।
The Doha Asian Games bronze medal winning Indian team had as many as 6 players from the Shabad coaching centre. In last year's World Cup they numbered 7. India may have finished 11th in Madrid, but Shabad striker Surinder Kaur surprised everyone by finishing the second highest goal scorer.
हम लोगों ने फर्स्ट टूर्नामेंट स्टेट खेला था, गुड़गांव में एक टूर्नामेंट था, तो वो हम लोगों ने जीता। हमें इतनी खुशी हुई इसमें खेलने के बाद, और सर हमें बोले कि ये कोई खुशी नहीं है खेलने की, मेन है कि इंटरनेशनल में पहुंचना, टीम के अंदर जाना और उसमें खेलना और गोल करना, ये सब कैसे है। तो बलदेव सर ने हम लोग को इतनी मेहनत करवाई कि आज हम लोग इंडिया टीम में हैं। मुझे बहुत खुशी है, मैं चाहती हूँ हम और भी लड़कियाँ, हरियाणा की लड़कियाँ इंडिया टीम में रहें और अच्छा खेलें और टीम का रिजल्ट लें, और खुशी होगी कि अगर इंडिया टीम में और भी लड़कियाँ हमारी आएँ।
Surinder remains an inspiration for over 60 trainees at the Shabad Coaching Centre who've seen the financial rewards that have trickled through.
यहाँ हमारे बहुत सारी लड़कियाँ हॉकी खेलती हैं और मुझे ये भी पता चला था कि बड़ी दीदियों को नौकरी भी मिली है, दीदियाँ दूर-दूर खेलने जाती हैं इसीलिए।
Much of the credit for the success of the centre goes to coach Baldev Singh. A strict disciplinarian, he single-handedly put Shabad on the world hockey map. He's got a keen eye for spotting talent. His hands-on approach has paid rich dividends. In the initial stages, he didn't let the lack of an AstroTurf pitch hinder his quest for young talent.
जो एस्ट्रोटर्फ वाले स्किल थे वो ग्रास पे ही ऊपर सिखाते रहे हैं, और उसकी एग्जांपल ये है कि हमने मैक्सिमम टूर्नामेंट जो पिछले, ये तो अभी 1 साल हुआ है हमें एस्ट्रोटर्फ मिली को, लेकिन इसके पहले हमारा रिकॉर्ड देख लो हरियाणा हॉकी का और हमारे प्लेयर्स का कि वो मैक्सिमम वो एस्ट्रोटर्फ पे जाके वो खेले हैं और वहाँ पर उन्होंने जीतें प्राप्त की है, क्योंकि हमने जो स्किल पहले ही हमने छोटे बच्चों के ऊपर वो सिखाना शुरू कर दिया था और जो एस्ट्रोटर्फ पे होता है। और अब तो हमारे पास टर्फ आ गई, अब तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, अब तो और भी जो है इंडिया की जो टीम है और भी आगे जाके बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बनने जा रही है, क्योंकि उनको एक बहुत अच्छा सेंटर मिला हुआ है और यहाँ से प्लेयर जो है इंडिया के 50%, मोर देन 50% यहाँ से ही जा रहे हैं।
26 internationals and counting, a goldmine for Indian hockey. Australian hockey captain Brent Livermore is a 2-time Champions Trophy winner, a gold medal winner at the Athens Olympics. And he came to India to play for Maratha Warriors in the Indian Premier Hockey League, alongside Indian star Viren Raskina.
Hi guys, we got a very special guest on the show today. He's regarded as one of the world's best centre-halves, and he's also part of my Maratha Warriors team for PHL 2007. We welcome Brent Livermore on the show today. Brent, I guess you've come a few times to India. What has been your experience of India so far?
Well, it's only been a short stay and I've only had one match with the Warriors, and I've really enjoyed the time to come here and to really understand how the PHL works. It's a fantastic concept, and I think it should happen a lot more with the international players coming and playing in a Super League. And to play in India, it's a great culture experience, the different sort of lifestyle that you live, and understanding that, I really enjoy it.
Besides hockey, which other sports did you play?
Well, I played throughout when I was going through school, and I represented a lot in all sports, athletics, you name it, soccer, football, rugby league. But one of the sports that I really excelled in and wanted to play for Australia also was soccer or football now. Okay. I really enjoyed playing football, and at the age of 15 had to make a decision whether or not I was going to go play with hockey or go with soccer, because at the stage I was representing both my regions, or New South Wales, with soccer and hockey, and they just began to clash, and it just didn't fit into the time.
Brent, coming back to your international career, what has been your high point, your highest point?
Yeah, look, definitely it has to be the Olympic gold in Athens in 2004, and to have that opportunity for Australia. The Kookaburras have never won an Olympic gold medal. 48 years of trying and come so close many times, and regarded as being right up there in all major tournaments, and to actually finally win that Olympic gold, the holy grail for us, was the highlight of my career.
Yeah, I'm sure that must have been a fantastic experience, and I think that was a great Australian team. In fact, even India and Australia had a wonderful match during the Athens Olympics.
Definitely. Well, I see that was probably a vital turning point to, you know, if we had continued to draw that match against you guys in India, we possibly would have missed out on the final berth. And I guess now, for the past 2 years after the Olympics, 2005, 2006, if we live in that era, the game has changed. Like I said, the game has changed so much. We must continually improve, look for different things, because if we stand still and live back in 2004, we're not going to be good enough to win the gold in Beijing come 2008.
Definitely then Mönchengladbach 2006, the World Cup, that must have been as much disappointing as Athens was a big high.
Well, that was right. You know, look, I can sit back now and I look at my career and 2000 Sydney Olympics, going from living a dream, representing Australia at Olympic Games on home soil, and going there and playing a relatively solid, strong tournament, but then the big disappointment of losing the semi-final to Holland, and the way that I sort of bowed out with the penalty stroke, the disappointment in the semi-final. But outside that, a big disappointment was definitely the World Cup. We wanted to make sure that we remained on top of the world. We stayed there, and I think if you look at our performances throughout 2006, we can't be happy with what we achieved.
Yeah. Brent, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoy it.
Thanks so much, Brent.
Thank you.
That's all we have for now, but next month we meet the young Indian drag flicker Sandeep Singh to see how he's coping with his tragic accident. Bye for now.